What's up, guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to do a Smith and Feeble on a skateboard. I'm doing these together because they're a very similar trick, and I've already got individual videos about each one of these that I did a few years ago. And also the way I'm doing it is I'm ollieing kind of straight over the rail, so I'm not in front of it or behind it, so it's kind of in between. So as far as the Feeble, you're probably going to learn that on a low round rail first. But the Smith, you're gonna learn on a ledge. So let's work on the Smith first. So with the Smith, you're gonna come at a slight angle towards the object that you're wanting to do the Smith on. You wanna know how to do 50-50s front side really well. And then all you're gonna do is come at it like you're doing a 50-50, but then as soon as you get your back truck on, you're gonna dip your front truck. Now, it's good to have rails for this. If you watch my other video, I talked about how to curve your rails. Also, I like Thunders for Smiths and Feebles. They lock in a little bit better for any kind of grind that grinds on the truck, except for blunt slides. Those work better on indies. So getting into the Smith is the easiest part. My biggest problem with Smith is I just get stuck. I don't have enough weight on my back foot and I just fall forward like this. So it's all in the back foot. You gotta learn to ollie into it and then put all your weight in the back, push through it, and kind of lean back with your upper body. Not too much that you slip out, but just enough that you can actually slide and hold it. So practice just ollieing up into the Smith, just stationary. I have a whole video about how to just practice ollieing into grinds. A few videos back, so check that out. After you can ollie into it and hold your weight up, then you're getting closer to being able to actually slide it. But to slide it, you have to put a little more pressure in the back. Coming out of the Smith is kind of hard because a lot of times it'll land primo and you'll just stop. So you have to really think about, as you're coming to the end, kind of lifting up almost into a 5-0, kind of popping out that way. So yeah, putting weight on your back foot, lifting up and kind of popping out of it so that you don't just get stuck and try to lift up but fall forward. So with the back Feeble, a lot of people will disagree with me on this, but I think a skinnier board is easier for this. I think Thunders are easier for this as well. And I think it's easier to have a rail because you don't have to dip it down as much. I've heard people say the opposite, that not having a rail is good because you can dip it down more. But I don't want to have to dip the front of my board down that much. I want to really sit on top of the rail. So I have a problem with ollieing onto it and leaning more towards the front side of the rail like this, kind of falling into a board slide. I really need to focus on getting more right over top of the rail, sitting right in here. Sometimes I do actually lean too far forward and kind of fall out this way as well. So it's just a balance. So you want to come at a slight angle, pop about a foot away, and you want to land with your back heel side wheel pinched right against the rail, then the middle of your board pinched up against the front wheel, kind of like this. So you're really locked in there. A lot of your weight is on your heel, on your back foot, just like with the Smith, and then your front foot's kind of light, and you're kind of holding it right in the middle there, so that you're sitting right on top of the rail, kind of sliding at an angle like this. You're not all the way up here. If it is a square rail instead of a round rail, you have to be like this. And then it's really hard to hold the front of your board up so it doesn't dip down. Good thing about a round rail is you have all this room to play, all this room to just balance on there wherever you feel comfortable. And you're pushing so hard that your back wheel is pretty much touching the deck. All your weight's on your heel on your back foot. Feeble, the rail's behind you, back Feeble, just your front truck's going all the way over, your back truck's landing on it. The Smith, the front Smith, the rail's in front of you, you're ollieing over, the back truck is pinching. See how that front truck comes up and pulls back on the Smith? So a back Smith does that same thing. You pop and you land like that. And a front Feeble does the same thing. You lift up like this, pinch in like that. That's as good as I can explain it. I mean, I understand the difference, but I'm just really bad at teaching this. So coming out of this is kind of the same thing as it was before, but it's a little bit harder because you're not on a ledge, you're on a round rail. So you're kind of coming into a 5-0 and popping out like this, but all your weight's on your heel. That heel side wheel is locked in. If you lean too far this way, board's gonna go primo. If you lean too far this way, you'll fall over that way. But yeah, it's just a balance of just pinching it and coming out right at the end. You'll do a lot of this, dip down, and then a lot of landing primo. So this small board, small trucks, and this tiny little rail, it's actually helping me a lot get more comfortable with these. I was doing some shoves out and stuff. So I'm more comfortable than I've ever been with this trick. So I'll just try to continue to progress and get better at it as time goes on. I'm really shredding these bushings. Like last time I tried to show the camera, it couldn't see it. Can you see that top bushing? Yeah, I don't know. It's getting totally shredded. Probably from my how to crook video. Yeah, for an $8.99 skateboard deck, I've gotten a lot of use out of this board. I'm still gonna make another video skating it till I break it. So stay tuned for that. So that's all I've got for you today. Stay tuned for more videos. We've got more how-to videos and reviews, tutorials. I guess tutorials are the same thing as how-to videos, but got a lot more videos to come, so hit that subscribe button. Scroll through my channel, check out my other videos because I've got a ton of videos on this channel, and thanks for watching. Oh, I just need to get a clickbait thumbnail for this video. This is like a week after I filmed this video. And I actually filmed a video outside today for once because it's not as hot and I'm feeling a little better, so hopefully I'm getting over this whole thing. But yeah, the thumbnail's probably gonna be something like this. Like, oh, how does Smith, because I mean, come on, I can't use a thumbnail from the basement. I mean, it's like so grainy and it's torture to look at that stuff.